Good day of workout here today in the bubble. Questions?
Cal, taking it inside today with the elements, what did you see? Just how was the tempo and just getting ready for what will probably be a tough weather game too?
Yeah, I thought it was good energy. Yeah, I thought it was good energy. So I like the way the team worked the last 2 days. It's really the heavy lifting part of the week. Tomorrow will be a little bit more mental, and we'll rev the engine back up a little bit on Friday. But I'm pleased with the week so far.
Is there any different energy when everyone knows this is the last game for at least a month? I mean, it's the last game of the regular season.
I think the opportunity to play a really good opponent, I think that brings energy for sure. The regional aspect of the game, I think that brings some energy. I think there's a lot of familiarity with these teams and the players on the teams. The last part I never really thought much about. That could be the case, but I don't know.
How about Monroe, their defensive lineman? What does he do well? You face so many of these guys. What does he do well? How does he compare?
Yeah, very disruptive, explosive, really quick off the ball. They put him in a couple different spots to utilize him. One of Ralph's recruits down there, I believe. But he does a good job. He's a good football player and very productive. And for a D lineman, when you see production from the defensive line position, I mean, you know that guy's beating blocks and getting in the backfield.
Andre Hunt, obviously, he's been kind of banged up since he made kind of an impression. Is he a guy you can see getting back in the mix this week?
Well, with the situation we're in with Nadir, we really need all hands on deck. So he's taking a lot of reps this week in practice, and somebody who's going to have a role on Saturday. He's got a little bit of a role in special teams. But when we get into our sub packages, he's either going to be in the game or he's going to be the next guy in the game. So he's going to have a role for us for sure.
How about Davon Jacobs? How's he looking?
Good. Davon's done a really good job in the sub packages, and he's close to really being one of the guys who's got to go in there and base defense. And I think he's progressed nicely this season. He's working really hard at it. He's one of those guys that really his season started in the off season. He had one of the better winter sessions and summer programs of anybody in the program. So it's carried through the season.
Kyle, Long has led your team in tackles the last 2 years from two different positions. How do you feel he played this year? Last year he was kind of the breakout, big-time player. How do you feel he's followed that up?
We'll talk, I guess, maybe more about that stuff when we get to the end of the season. But I think the reason he's got the numbers he has in tackles is because he can close on the ball. So there's certainly some of those tackles are at the point of attack, but guys who can run like that have a tendency to make a lot of plays from behind as well and run some plays down. And I think that's a good part of his numbers too.
Gio looked pretty natural running this offense in the scout team.
He does. He looks pretty good, and they ran him around a little bit in high school too. So it's nothing new to him. He's an athletic guy. I noticed today, I thought in watching him in the warm-up that he's throwing the ball better, which is exciting. His opportunities are going to come as we get into bowl prep and into the spring. But I like how he's progressed this season. It's not easy being a freshman quarterback, working in an entirely new system, different terminology, and then you're trying to coordinate the footwork and everything else that Ralph's looking for. But I think he's done a good job.
When guys are on the scout team, do you want them to? I mean, obviously, just the main goal is to get it the number ones ready. But do you want them to take it as an opportunity to show? You guys are always watching, I'm sure, right?
There's no doubt that is the best showcase you have as a young player is to make plays on that scout team. Now it's a fine line because you need them to make plays within the schematics you're trying to show the starters. But there's opportunity on all those plays to do some things, and he's done a good job this week.
Cal, C.J. Brown, is he a classic dual threat? Is he more pass than run? Is he, you face so many dual threats over the years, and this year, is he classic dual threat, or is there something different about him?
Well, for sure, in talking to Ralph this week, he's somebody that they were really excited about and excited about how well he ran the ball as well as he threw it. So from the minute he got recruited there, I think they felt that way about him, and you see it. And as the season's gone on, they've utilized him more and more in the run game. He's averaging over 5 yards a carry on the designed runs that he has had from scrimmage, and he's a weapon because I think his most valuable quality as a quarterback is that he looks like he's in command of the offense at all times, which is exactly what you would expect from a sixth-year senior.
I know you've said good things about the sixth-year seniors you have. That's kind of special. I mean, can you imagine having that kind of experience? It's probably like 24 years old as a quarterback in college.
Sure. When you think about Gary, he's a fourth-year senior, and CJ's a sixth-year senior. About 2 more years of experience. It's something that's an advantage for him. There's no doubt.
Some of the players mentioned watching film with Ralph. Does he just have more familiarity with this team? I mean, so naturally you just pick up on that? He does.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he recruited a good portion of that football team, and so he's got some insights. But most of what you're going to game plan is going to come from looking at the film and seeing what they're doing now and how they're being utilized now within Randy's system.
You mentioned the regional aspect of this game. Obviously, the regional aspect of the Big Ten opener was against Penn State. This game to end the Big Ten season. Is there something kind of special about that opening the season and ending it against a regional opponent, or is it better to kind of have them close together, or is it any special?
I don't know if it's better or worse, but I don't think it's by accident. I think when they make the schedules in the league, they target those kind of matchups for the end of the season to try to create the regional rivalries that I think make college football better. And I'm on the record multiple times. I think regional football in college it makes it a little bit more exciting. The fact that the fan bases can travel in a day keeps the expense down, so you get more fans from your team that go on the road with you. I think we'll see that this weekend. I think we'll have a good showing down there in Maryland. But I don't think it's by accident.
Any punter updates?
No, that'll be a game time decision. Both guys took reps today, just like they did yesterday, and then we'll see where we're at on Saturday.
I know you said you're confident about getting to a bowl, and I probably know the answer to this question. Do you pay attention to all the scenarios that are out there, where you guys could go?
I don't. There's just too many variables in the equation right now. We've got enough on our plate right now with a really good Maryland football team. Our focus is completely on that. Thank you.